Hello, my friend, and welcome back to Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and it's a pleasure to have you here. Today, we have a practice for those of us who are experiencing a real burst into life, a real commencement into things. And there's a hustle and a bustle and a lot going on, and maybe we need to ground back down into ourselves and remember our own inner strength and our own courage and come back into that place with a sense of ease and grounding. So I invite you to come on down to the ground. Find either Sukhasana or come to a bound angle pose. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Maybe create quite a bit of space between the heels and the groin. Grab on to either your ankles or to your toes, wrapping the fingers around the toes. We're going to sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the crown. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, relax those shoulders away from the ears. And just arrive here. Maybe you close your eyes for a moment. Feel your heartbeat calm. Feel your shoulders relax away from your ears. Feel your legs beginning to open, your hips beginning to open. Those sits bones grounded down towards the earth. One more breath, just settling in. Maybe you sigh it out. We're here together, my friend. Let's flow through a nice, gentle movement today. So keeping your hands on your ankles or on your toes, wrapped around your toes, we're going to start to make big circles with the torso. So rounding back. When you round back, you're going to really roll those shoulders forward. And when you come forward, you're going to really shine that heart out in front of you. Then round around to the other side. Exhale out, shoulders come forward, chin to chest. And we inhale, come forward. And nothing fancy here. We're just rolling through the spine, beginning to work it out through the hips. Breathing nice and deep. If it works better for you to have your hands on your knees or in a different position, find what works for you. Beautiful. Reverse your circle if you haven't already. Really feel that back stretch and lengthen and then compress when it comes forward. Feel that heart shining towards the front edge of your mat or to the side. Lifting up through the crown. One more breath here. When you reach this back position, really allow your spine to concave, your shoulders to round forward, your chin to the chest. Take a moment here. Then on your next inhale, we're going to lead with the chin. Reach it forward, up and back. Really pull onto your hands so that you can arch through your back, lift through your crown, shoulders away from the ears, deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll let it go. Send the legs out wide. So find your version of a wide-legged stance while you're seated. So if your legs need to be further in, allow that to happen. You don't have to push yourself into the pose. We're going to sit up nice and tall. If you need to have a blanket underneath your sits bones in order to allow your pelvis to rock forward, then by all means do so. Set yourself up for greatness. Pause the video, find that blanket, lift those hips up, and then when you arrive, bring your fingertips to the mat. Find a nice tall spine reaching through the crown. Inhale in. Exhale, begin to walk the fingertips out in front of you, only as far as feels comfortable in your lower back. Try to keep that lower back nice and long, crown reaching. Maybe you're someone who can come down to the elbows. Maybe you stay up on the fingertips. Try to relax those shoulders away from the ears. Maybe you tick-tock the head side to side. Breathe nice and deep. Just starting to open it up here, so nothing fancy. Only go as far as feels good in your body. Maybe you rock side to side a little bit. One more breath. Then we'll take those fingertips and we'll walk them over towards the left leg. So we're turning our torso to be shining over the left thigh. So our fingertips are on either side of that left leg. We inhale, reach through the crown. Exhale, we're going to bow our forehead towards that left knee. Feel that beautiful juicy stretch in the right hip. Beautiful stretch behind the left knee. I encourage you to keep the feet active, toes reaching up towards the sky. Maybe you close your eyes here for a moment. One more breath. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Then we'll rise back up and we'll spider crawl our fingertips over towards the right leg. So we're reaching those fingertips over towards the right leg, framing the right leg with the fingertips or the palms. Our torso is now reaching over that right thigh. We inhale, take a nice deep breath in, lengthen through the spine, reach through the crown. Exhale, we're bowing that forehead towards the right knee. This time getting a beautiful stretch in the left side body and the left hip. Maybe you come all the way down. Maybe you're someone who grabs for that foot and the forehead comes towards the knee. But if you're not that someone, just stay up nice and tall. Feel it out through your own body. Get that juicy stretch behind the right knee. Bow the head forward. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you just soften your gaze. One more breath here. Then we'll slowly rise back up, walk our fingertips to the center line. Then we'll bring those fingertips around behind us, just bringing the palms to the floor or to the mat, bending through the knees. Keep the feet nice and wide. So the feet are nice and wide, wider than your hips. Don't worry about what's happening in the upper body here. Just keep those feet nice and planted. We inhale in. Exhale, allow the knees to fall to the left. Just finding some internal rotation with that right thigh. Keep the toes nice and active. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, we'll take it to the other side. Allow the knees to fall to the right. Feel that internal rotation of the left hip, left thigh. Then we'll come back through center and we'll take it forward onto all fours. Find your tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hip points. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Dome through the upper back body. Press down through the top of the feet, out of the navel to the spine. Pretend you can balance your teacup on the back of your neck. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift through the crown, lift through the tailbone. Find our cow pose. Exhale, we'll round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine. Allow the forehead, the crown to reach down towards the earth, pushing up through our palms. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Big breath in. Exhale, round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine, find your cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. And exhale, round it through. One last time, just like that. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round it through. Lovely. Come back to a neutral spine. See if you can level out through that lower back. Keep that navel hugged in. Dome through the upper back body so you're pressing up out of the earth. Then we're going to lift the right foot up towards the ceiling. So right foot lifts, right knee is at a 90-degree angle. Then we're going to take nice big circles with this right knee. We're inhaling to lift and exhaling when we round that knee up and through, chin to chest, knee to nose. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale to round it through. Engage the core. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, round it through. Nice slow and controlled movement here. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, round it through. Last time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, round it through. Chin to chest, knee to nose. Then we're stepping that right foot up to the outside of the right hand, coming into a lizard pose. Stacking front knee over front ankle, heart shines forward, crown lifts. Remember, you can back off, and if you need a block here to lift the earth up to you, then by all means do so. Modify as necessary. Make it comfortable in your body. So you can stay lifted like this. This can be your lizard pose. This is beautiful. If it feels good in your body, you can come down onto your elbows, finding that forward fold motion, stretching through the right hamstring and the left hip crease, allowing the crown to bow forward. Couple breaths here. Try to breathe into your lower belly. On your next inhale, we'll slowly come back to the palms if we were down on our elbows. We're walking that right foot into the midline. Now we're finding our low lunge. Anjaneyasana Asana. Heart lifts, crown lifts and reaches. We take a breath here, stacking that front knee over that front ankle. Then on your next inhale, we'll sweep the fingertips forward, up and back, rising up into a crescent lunge, lengthening the tailbone down, seeing if you could relax the shoulders away from the ears. Hug everything into the midline. Inhale, maybe you look up. Maybe you find a bit of a back bend. Exhale, we're going to revolve it. So we're taking the right fingertips back, left fingertips forward, peeling back with that right hip crease, hugging the right knee into the midline. Relax those shoulders. Pull back with the palms. Another deep breath in. And a long breath out. You got this. On your next inhale, we're sweeping the right fingertips down to go up, rising back up into our crescent lunge. Really reach, reach, reach. Maybe you look up. Exhale, we're floating the fingertips down. They come back down to the earth. Then we push into that right heel, peel back with that right hip crease, right toes shine up towards the heavens. Now we're going to do a little bit of a back and forth motion here. So you can keep those toes lifted when you're in this position, or you can try to keep them down towards the earth. We're inhaling in to look up, exhaling to bow the forehead down. Then we'll inhale, come forward, back to our low lunge. Heart lifts, crown lifts. Exhale, we'll peel back with that hip crease. Toes can stay pointed or reach up towards the ceiling. Bow the forehead towards the knee. It'll take a second to get this. So inhale, come forward. Heart lifts, crown lifts. Exhale, peel back with that right hip crease. Toes are pointed or up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, round it through. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, round it through. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way back to your low lunge. Heart lifts, crown lifts. Then we plant the palms, step that right foot back, come back to our tabletop position. Nice. Coming back to all fours, spreading those fingertips nice and wide, doming through the upper back body, hugging the navel to the spine, pressing down into the tops of the feet. Then on our next inhale, we're going to send that left foot up towards the ceiling, seeing if we can keep flat through our lower back. Left knee is at a 90-degree angle. We inhale in, exhale, round that knee out, and then in, coming knee to nose, chin to chest. Inhale, the foot lifts. Exhale, round it through, chin to chest, knee to nose. Inhale to lift the foot up towards the ceiling, and exhale to round it through. Inhale to lift. Exhale, round it through. You got this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round it through. Really hug everything in, knee to nose, chin to chest. Then we'll step that left foot up to the outside of the left hand, finding our lizard pose. So you can stay up on the fingertips, stacking front knee over front ankle, reaching through the crown, shining the heart forward. This is beautiful. Remember, you can back off if you need to. Use props, lift the earth up to you. All is beautiful. If you'd like to, you can come down onto the elbows. Allow the crown to drop, finding a little bit more of a intensity here. If you're someone who's experienced, you can also curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. Find this version here. But keep it nice and soft and simple today. That's my encouragement anyways. Grounding back down into your own strength, your own tenacity. Whatever life is throwing your way, you got it. You can deal with it. Because it's also exciting. There's a lot of activity happening perhaps. A lot of breakthrough. One more breath here. Breathe down into that lower belly. Then we'll rise back up and join our friends on their palms. Beautiful. Then we'll walk that left foot into the midline, finding that low lunge, stacking front knee over front ankle, adjusting that back knee if we need to. Then we'll inhale, reach the fingertips forward, up and back, rising up into our crescent lunge. You can curl those back toes under. I need to on this side. We relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, maybe you look up. Exhale, floating the left fingertips back, right fingertips forward. Ooh, bit of a wobble there. Pull back with the palms, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Pull back with that left hip crease, but hug the left knee into the midline. Nice active pose here. Couple breaths. Wonderful. On your next inhale, we'll sweep those left fingertips down to come up, rising on up. Finding our crescent lunge. Maybe you find a bit of a back bend. Maybe you look up. Exhale, we float the fingertips down to the earth. Then we'll take our flow here. You're pressing into that left heel, peeling back with that left hip crease, keeping those toes either shining up towards the heavens or pointing out in front of you, bowing the forehead towards the knee. Inhale, we're coming forward, back into our low lunge, shining the heart forward. Exhale, we're peeling back with the hip crease, bowing the forehead down. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, peel the hip crease back. Inhale to come forward. Find that low lunge. Exhale, peel the hip crease back. One more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, peel back with that left hip crease. Inhale to come forward. Find the low lunge. Shine the heart forward. Lift from the crown. Then we'll plant the palms. Step the left foot back. Find our tabletop position once again. Bring those wrists underneath the shoulders. So palms are spread nice and wide. We take a deep breath in. And we exhale, drop the elbows where the palms were. Forearms are parallel, fingertips are spread nice and wide. We'll walk the knees back a couple of inches. Inhale to look forward, find length in the spine, drop the belly. Exhale, bow the forehead down towards the earth, melt the belly towards the thighs, hips shining up towards the ceiling, finding a puppy posture, opening through the shoulders, letting those sits bones shine up towards the ceiling. Take some nice deep breaths down into your lower belly. Try to keep those elbows where they are. Then on your next inhale, we'll slowly rise back up. Staying on the forearms, we're going to curl the toes under. We're going to lift the sits bones up towards the ceiling, finding a dolphin pose, walking the toes towards the face, keeping the crown lifted up off of the earth. Press into the palms, lots of strength in the arms here. Breathing nice and deep. One more deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll walk the feet back out behind us. This time we're lowering the hips down just so that we come into a forearm plank. Keep those elbows underneath the shoulders. Lots of length from crown all the way to the heels. Forearms are parallel. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. Press into those palms. Hug the navel to the spine. You're pulling back with your elbows and pulling forward with your toes. One more breath here. And on the exhale, we'll lower the hips all the way to the earth, coming down into a Sphinx pose. Nicely done. Press down into the pubic bone. Lift up through the crown. Press into both palms evenly. Shine the heart forward. You're sort of pulling back with the elbows so that the heart can shine forward. Try not to crunch in the back of the neck. Keep that neck nice and long. One more breath here. On your next inhale, you're going to bend the right knee. Keeping the right knee on the mat, we're going to slide that right knee up beside us. So we're opening through that right hip. The right hip is now at a 90-degree angle. That right knee is up parallel with the hip. Right foot, the inside of the arch of the right foot is now planted on the earth. We're pressing up out of the earth with both elbows. Finding a half frog posture here. Hug the navel to the spine. Feel that juicy opening in the right hip. One more deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll slide that right leg back out behind us, finding our Sphinx pose, allowing the hips to adjust, coming back to center, onto the tops of our feet. We'll inhale in. Exhale, we're bending the left knee, sliding that left knee up to the height of our hip. Left hip is now at a 90-degree angle. That left knee is now parallel, same height as the hip. The left inner arch of the left foot is pressing down into the earth. Feel that juicy opening in that left hip there. Crown is reaching. Hugging the navel to the spine. Pressing down through that right hip into the earth. Deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll slide that left knee back out behind us, letting the leg go nice and long, bringing the top of the foot back to the mat, finding our Sphinx pose. We inhale in. Exhale, we'll spread the elbows nice and wide. Allow the torso, the forehead to come down to the mat, making a pillow with our palms. We'll bring the forehead to the back of the hands. Shake the hips out here. Breathe nice and deep. Then as you're ready, we'll lift the head, the neck, the shoulders, bring the palms underneath the shoulders, push all the way up. Find a tabletop position, bringing the knees together, really together. Send the sits bones back towards the heels. Reach the fingertips towards the back edge of the mat. Drape the belly over the thighs and bow forward. Finding a child's pose. Let those shoulders relax down towards the earth. Relax through the jaw. Release the tongue from the top of the mouth. Continue to breathe down into your belly. One more breath here. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. And we'll slowly rise on up. Finding a thunderbolt pose. If this pose doesn't work for you, come to Sukhasana or roll a towel up behind the knees just to take some pressure out of the knees. Sit up nice and tall wherever you land. We'll bring the right hand to the left knee. Swim the left fingertips around behind. Sit up nice and tall on an inhale. And exhale, journey into our twist. Perhaps you look past the left shoulder. Inhaling for the length. And exhaling to twist. One more. Inhale for your length. And exhale to twist. Come back through center, and we'll take it to the other side. Left hand to right knee, right fingertips float around behind. We sit up nice and tall with our inhale, and we exhale to journey into our twist. Inhaling for the length, exhaling to twist. Last time, inhale for your length, and exhale to twist. Come back through center, and then make your way all the way down onto your back. Transitioning here, coming all the way down. Move my mic out of the way. When you arrive, hug your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a great big hug here. Maybe you've got some beautiful sunshine coming in your window like I do. Maybe you're practicing outside or something awesome like that. Then as you're ready, we're going to open the knees as wide as the shoulders. You can stay here. This can be your happy baby, or if you'd like to take it a step further, reach the arms between the legs. Fingertips, palms grab onto the outside of the feet. Then you can stay here, knees nice and bent. Or if you'd like to, you can lift the feet up towards the ceiling, bending the knees, keeping the thighs resting on the belly, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And you can find exquisite stillness, or you can rock side to side. Continue to breathe nice and deep down into that belly. One more breath here. Beautiful. Release the hands from the legs. We're going to bring the knees over the hips so that we can cross the right thigh over the left thigh. So we're finding sort of a cross-legged position here, like as if we're sitting in a chair. So right thigh is over the left thigh. We're going to reach and grab onto the outside of our feet, pulling the feet in towards the chest and finding some resistance, pushing out with the knees. So you're pushing out with your feet and your knees, but using your hands as some resistance to pull them in. You'll really notice this in your glutes. See if you can relax your hips, relax your shoulders down towards the mat. A couple breaths here. Maybe you close your eyes. Beautiful. Deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll bring the left foot down to the mat. Left foot comes down to the mat. We're keeping our legs crossed as they were. We'll bump our hips to the right a couple of inches. And then on an exhale, we're allowing the knees to fall to the left. So knees are falling to the left. We're stacking that right hip over the left. Palms can come where they may, come to the belly. You can open them out beside you. You can even find cactus arms. Find what works in your body. Relax through the neck and relax through the jaw. Soften through the hips. And as you're ready, we'll slowly lift those knees back up through center. Uncross the legs. Reposition yourself on your mat. Then this time we're just going to take that left thigh and cross it over the right thigh before we hug the knees in towards the chest. Grab onto the outside of our feet. Maybe you have to grab your shins or your calves. Maybe you grab onto the big toe. Then you're pushing out with your feet, pulling in with your hands, finding some resistance and finding the stretch on the other side. Feeling it in the glutes, feeling it in the hip creases. Relaxing those shoulders down towards the earth. We're almost done here for today. So hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit more grounded, more in tune with your breath, feeling like the chaos around you is settling, or that you can find the eye of the storm and operate from there, from that core alignment, from that deep-rooted place within your being. One more deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll bring that right foot down to the mat this time. Right foot comes down to the mat. We keep the legs crossed. Then we send the hips to the left just a little bit and then allow the knees to fall to the right. Knees fall all the way to the right or as far as feels comfortable in our body. See if you can keep that right shoulder grounded down towards the earth. Palms rest where they may. Relax through the throat. Relax through the jaw. Oh, maybe you have a big yawn. Release the tongue from the top of the mouth. Maybe you lick your lips. One more breath here. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. And we'll float the knees back up through center. Unravel the legs. You can stay with bringing the feet nice and wide rather and allowing the knees to fall into center. Maybe this feels really good just to have that internal rotation and totally relax the lower body here. Or if you want to, you can stretch those legs out long. Find your Shavasana. Open the palms, face up beside you. Provide lots of space between the ankles. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, allowing the shoulder blades to lengthen down the back body. Tuck the chin into the chest just slightly. Find some length in the back of the neck. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, sigh it out. Let the whole body relax into the mat. Let those hips soften. Let those shoulders soften. Let the ankles soften. Let the arms become heavy. Let the sternum drop. And I invite you from this space, after having moved through our little asana together, I invite you to set an intention for yourself. Maybe that intention is just to continue to be in alignment. Maybe that intention is to finish one task today instead of 10 million. We all know how that goes. We have so many things on our to-do list, and sometimes that to-do list can just make us feel like we're pulling our hair out and we don't know where to start. So maybe you just focus on one thing and really give it your all. Once you have that one thing, or that intention, whatever that intention is, just allow it to serve you in this present moment and give you some energy, some groundedness, some focus. We'll take a deep breath in together. And on the exhale, we'll bring the palms together at the heart. Consider that intention already so. Another deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll bring the thumbs to the third eye. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. I hope it serves you well, my friend, and I wish you all the best on your current endeavors. I know you can do it. You got this. You are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in awe of the light in you. See you next time. Don't forget to like and share and to subscribe to my channel so that you can receive more of this content. Namaste.